Hello, Americans. Another friend and subscribers around the world. Back here, man. So this morning, I've been watching some videos again. Always something, man. And, man, I got on this cheese kick. You know, a few videos ago, I talked about them using fake stuff in cheese and everything. And this morning, I was watching another one on cheese. You know, and we don't use a lot of them, you know, more for the kids or whatever. You know, man, I'll grab them and just eat them. But there's those single slices, you know, that'll be wrapped in that little plastic, or they come in a little brick or whatever. You know, the single slices. And you've always known, you know, it was like a Velveeta or something, you know. Never been one of my big favorites, man. I'm a cheese connoisseur, man. I love cheese. But I've been watching this other stuff, and the majority of it looked like it was like the singles and stuff. The Tillamook was that one that gal was talking about, man. It's a fake. You know, there's fake crap in it. It's not real cheese. So anyway, it's a lot of this. I'm going to go ahead and do some clips. I was going to tell you about this site or link. One of you viewers, you know, sent a message on one of the videos that, man, we needed to check this out. This got the history. This is called, let me see it again, Yuka. Y-U-K-A. Yuka. It's a site you can load on your phone. Oops. And then and it gives you the history. Man, we've been going through scanning all this stuff, and it tells you what's bad, what ain't, and all this stuff. And all you got to do to use it is push this scan, and then it scans the barcode, and then and it tells you, you know, what's in it, what's bad, all this. Awesome. We went through, man. We ended up throwing a whole thing, and it does, what do you call it, hygiene, beauty type stuff like Noxzema. You know, we've used Noxzema, especially Kitty, for years. And after scanning it and reading and stuff like that, we threw Noxzema away this morning. Man, it's a pretty dang cool app. So now in our shopping, we'll be using them in the store. And then like Kitty's conditioner and her shampoo and all this stuff. Man, she's lotion. Lotion was one that really blew our mind. We had all kinds of different, you know, lotions and stuff. And bad, you know, a lot of it's bad. You gotta watch everything right now. Not right now. It's probably been going on for a lot longer than we think. There's one right here that I'm looking at. I haven't watched it, man. American foods, they are banned in other countries, which we already knew that. They are not putting, they're putting not for human consumption on your groceries. I already did a video on that, but just crazy. Anyway, man, this one starts about the cheese, and then, you know, being diabetic, I don't eat a lot of bread. You know what bread I have? I actually have a local gal here that does sourdough, you know, because sourdough does okay with my, you know, with me, because each person to their own, you know, on that. But diabetes and stuff, it's not too bad, so I eat sourdough. And so I have a local gal that actually does, you know, makes me English muffins, man. English sourdough, English muffins, homemade ones. And then she does a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, that stuff, man, you got to eat them faster. They'll mold. But another thing that it was getting into, which I haven't watched it all yet, was talking about bread not molded anymore. Man, that's kind of something I'd like to do a test on and see for myself. But let's check some of this out, and then we'll talk about it.
Gum.
August 16, 2025. Mind you, my mom bought it for me back in July. Still soft. There's no
mold on any of it. I got bread supposed to get molded. Since when did it last forever? We're already in November.
Is American food even real food anymore? Cheese that won't melt, it just burns. Bread that sits out for weeks and never molds. Ice cream that doesn't melt, it just turns oily. And fast food that looks the same months later. People are running experiments in their own kitchens, and what they're finding is unsettling. Today, we're breaking down why American food behaves like this, what's actually happening behind the scenes, and whether this means our food is fake or just engineered differently. Let's get right into it.
We got Kraft cheese. We put it in the pan. We've microwaved it, and it's still not melting. And we air fried. Still not melting.
Americans are noticing something strange. Cheese doesn't melt like it used to. Instead of turning gooey, it stiffens, separates into oil, or straight up burns. So what's going on?
Well, I bought that right there and that right there. Milk, I chopped it into little chunks, put it in the oven at 400 degrees, and started stirring it every time I'd open the oven up. But you see what this turned into? And you can actually take it and chew it like a piece of chewing gum, and it'll sit and last. It doesn't go away. Back in the day, you get a piece of cheese and you heat it up and it melts.
I'm on broil, and this thing has been on for a good about 30 seconds now. This is hot. Have you guys ever seen cheese do that before? Wait, what is that? Why is it doing that? It's starting to burn it. And now this is the aftermath of this. Who would want to eat that as a grilled cheese?
That difference matters. Cheese products often include emulsifiers, stabilizers, milk protein concentrates, and added oils. These ingredients are designed for longer shelf life, uniform texture, and cost savings, but they change how cheese melts. You've probably seen the videos. Someone takes a lighter to a slice of cheese, waits for it to melt, and it just burns.
Ooh, why they selling this? It don't melt. It don't melt. Look. No melt. No, not at all.
Why this cheese refuses to melt. Like when it touches the skillet, it wants to burn. That's how you know it's hot. But it refuses to melt.
Added oils replacing milk fat. Oils separate and burn instead of stretching. So no, it's not plastic, but it is engineered to behave differently than traditional cheese and can look unsettling and unappetizing.
Is it just me, or does bread not mold anymore? Am I tripping?
Is it just me, or does everybody's bread not mold anymore?
What is going on with our bread? Why is bread not getting moldy anymore?
I stopped eating bread a while ago because it just wasn't molding. What's up with it?
This one really messes with people. You leave bread out, days pass, weeks pass, even months pass, and instead of molding, it just dries out. So what gives? Mold needs moisture, sugars, and the right environment.
You want to know what's scarier than Halloween? The fact that this bread expired a month ago and it's still going strong. There's not a spot of mold on it. What the freak did they put in this?
Many commercial breads are engineered to remove or control all three. According to FDA food preservation guidelines, modern American bread often includes preservatives like calcium propionate, dough conditioners, and enzymes that slow microbial growth.
I got this bread and it expired January 4th, 2025. It is February 17th, 2025. Let's look at this bread. I don't know what exactly they're putting in the bread, but it's not real. Y'all, there's no mold on this at all. I'm not really sure why the bread doesn't mold anymore.
These ingredients don't make bread immortal. They just delay mold long enough to sell nationwide. Also important, bread that dries out too fast becomes a bad environment for mold to grow.
Kroger honey wheat bread. Look at it. No mold. The expiration date says February 6th, y'all. It is April. I've had this bread for 2 months. And it's not even that hard. Nature's own honey wheat. Still soft. Expiration date, March 13th. It's over a month old. No mold in sight. Something is going on, y'all. Something going on.
Modern American bread is engineered first for shelf stability, to survive long shipping routes and sit on shelves for days, not to mold naturally like fresh bread does.
3 different companies, all expired bread. None of them have mold. None of it is molded. None of it is molded. None molded.
For decades, people associated mold with real food. So when bread doesn't mold, it triggers something instinctive. This isn't behaving like food should.
This hamburger bun expired over a month ago, and it still looks brand new. Not one spot of mold.
Took it out of the wrapper over 12 hours later, and this is what it looks like
This right here, that's supposed to be ice cream or maybe chocolate, but let's see what happens when I cut into it. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's supposed to be ice cream? I remember when I was a kid, and I'm 51 now, ice cream, when it melted down, never looked like that.
One staple brand for Americans is Breyers, who was acquired by Unilever. Over time, their ingredient lists expanded, and many of their products are now labeled as frozen dairy dessert.
So you've probably seen these Breyers. If you look at the packaging, nowhere will it say ice cream. Majority of these aren't ice cream. They'll say frozen dairy dessert or frozen dessert. These companies are cutting milk fat and replacing it with like seed oil and corn syrup. So that's why you're seeing things like corn syrup here.
What happened to Breyers mirrors what's happened across American ice cream as a whole.
I bought Oreo drumsticks, not realizing that they are not real ice cream. This was taken out of the freezer 24 hours ago.
Ew! April 1995, and it's a Big Mac. The only thing I didn't get on it, lettuce and onion. Here it is. Here's the bread. The only thing is starting to fall apart. Here's the meat. Now, y'all go on and keep eating this. This was back 30 years ago. Here's the meat. There's no mold on it. The other hamburger is right here.
This one might be the most unsettling one. People have held on to McDonald's burgers, fries, and nuggets for months, even years. No mold, no smell, just dried out.
This is a McDonald's chicken biscuit, June 17th. It has been a week. It has hardened some, no mold. A month old. The bread broke in half, but I do not see any mold.
McDonald's has addressed these viral videos. Their explanation is the food has low moisture content, high salt combined with thin patties, and rapid dehydration being a factor. Mold needs moisture. Remove the moisture, and decay slows dramatically.
This is my 284-day-old McDonald's cheeseburger.
The food is designed to cook fast, dry fast, and stay shelf stable, which just happens to make it last unnaturally long. This is about trust. When food doesn't rot, mold, or smell, our gut instincts tend to say something's wrong here.
We sat here and ate beef 3, 4, 5 days a week for, as far as I'm concerned, over a decade of contaminated beef. How much is in my system? How much is in my kids' system? Is it going to kill them in the, before they get a life? It's hard to say.
There's something poisoning America's farms. A chemical that was built in a lab decades ago by companies who knew in private that it was highly toxic. Now that chemical is showing up almost everywhere.
It is a Pandora's box. It's going to blow up, and people are going to find out it's in everything and it's in everyone, and there's nothing to clean it up and there's nothing to save you from it.
Toxic PFAS, also known as
forever chemicals.
PFAS are in so many consumer products. Non-stick pans,
Dental floss, computer chips,
shampoos, and conditioners.
Whether it's gone down the river and contaminated fresh drinking water for people, or if it's on farmland and you're eating it, it's out there.
We have a mass poisoning of our population.
Forever chemicals are linked to a number of serious health issues.
How can a company knowingly have contaminated the groundwater?
So, how did we get here? How did our farms become toxic waste sites? How did the Teflon in your nonstick pan become a full-blown public health crisis? And why has it taken so long for the government to take action?
They knew about the problem for decades.
And now they've got a chemical that can't be destroyed, it can't be cleaned up. If we don't get some real response real soon, we're all going to be in a real hell of a shit show mess.
Okay, man, as always, what happens when you start getting into this, or at least what I do, then I start watching, and it's been going on for so long. It's so bad. They've been poisoning us for years. And man, then I went into I was watching and recording at the same time, and my battery went dead, and I don't know how long I watched, after that. Anyway, man. Oh, it's so bad. It's not funny, man. I guess I laugh or I'd cry. It's, man. And then, oh man, you can just eat natural and all that. Well, then you start going out, so you start catching fish, and you know, shooting deer or whatever, man, and there's something in them, and forever plastics in fish, and man, humans have really messed up this world, and a lot of it I think is on purpose. Watch your top knot. Good Lord willing, them creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.